Hello everyone, I am Rekha Chavan. Today I would like to present a seminar on a MPEG 21 multimedia framework. Here MPEG 21 multimedia framework defines an open framework for a multimedia delivery and consumption with the contents creator and content consumer as a focal points. The vision of a MPEG 21 to define a multimedia framework to enable transparent and argument use of multimedia resources. Here across is the wide range of networks and devices used by different communities. The basic architectural concept in MPEG 21 is digital items, including a standard representation, identification, and metadata. Next, MPEG 21 integration goals. Here, MPEG 21 goal is to create an interoperable and integrated multimedia framework in 3 steps. These are the develop big picture and fill the gaps and integrate. First, we go for a develop big picture. Here, understand how the components of the framework are related and identify where gaps in the framework exist. And second one is a fill the gaps. Develops the new standard specification where needed. And third one is a integrate. Achieve the integration of a standard to support harmonized technologies for the management of multimedia contents. Next is MPEG 21 basic concept. Here MPEG 21 basic concept consisting of digital items. Here what is digital items? A digital items is a structured digital object with the standard representation, identification and metadata within the MPEG 21 framework. Here digital items are the contents. The digital items, who uses the digital items in MPEG 21? A user is any entity that interact in the MPEG 21 environment or makes use the digital items. Users will assume the rights and responsibilities according to their interaction with other users. All parties that have a requirement within MPEG 21 to interact are categorized equally as users. Next is what is digital item. Here digital item consisting of 3 sources. First is resources plus metadata plus structure. First we go for resources. Here resources means individual assets, distributed and content. Second one is a metadata. Here metadata means distributed data about or pertaining to the DI or its resources. Here DI means digital items. Structure. Here structure means relationship among the parts of the digital items. So tangibility, content is more than files on a disk, and configurability can express options and argument for the specific users groups, locals, prices. Here deliverability, more automated, less and users environment. Next is digital items. Digital items are where we used in a real life. So here real examples of a digital items. First we go for here this image. This image shows the JPEG image, and second one is the sound files at the another, and third one is the link to the pay movies, then 10 different rates dependent on the network and terminal. And third one is a movie scripts and website and game program security allows 15 players before purchase. Here the DI is the fundamental unit for the distribution and transaction within the MPEG 21 framework. Next is MPEG 21 organization parts. Here the MPEG 21 organization parts are consisting of 5 parts. First one is a digital rights management, and second one is adoption, processing, system and MISC. Here vision, declaration and identification. Here digital right management consisting of 4 parts: IPMP components and rights expression line and rights data dictionary and all DI relationship types and digital item adoption and converse and permissions, dynamic and distributed adaptations, and processing consisting of item processing and add C plus bindings, and system consisting of file format, binary format, digital item stream. Here is consisting of a reference software and test bed and confirm event reporting and fragment identification. So vision technologies and strategy. and digital item declarations and digital item identification. Next we go for a MPEG 21 solution. DID means digital item. Here, a digital item is a structure with the standard representations, identifications, and metadata. A structure consisting of two sources. One is a resources and metadata. A resource consisting of example MPEG 4, other or new formats. Example MPEG 7, other or new formats. Already we know the MPEG 4 and MPEG 7. Here the fundamental unit of our distributions and transaction is the multimedia framework. The expressed by the digital item declaration language DIDL and based on XML schema. So here DID building blocks, digital items building blocks. Here digital item declaration is a describe the three normative sections. First is a model, another one is a representation, another one is a schema. First we go for a model. Here model is describes the set of abstract terms and concepts, and digital item is the digital representation of a work, and digital item is the thing that is acted upon within the model. Here DIDs are managed or handled and processed and described or exchanged or collected. Here representation. Here representation shows describes here representations of digital item declaration elements are represented in XML, and normative descriptions of their syntax are semantics. Schema. Here normative XML schema and comprising entire gamut of the DID. Next is digital item identification. Here digital item identification consisting of a scope, how to unequally identify DIs and parts of thereof including resources. Unequally identify IP related to the digital items and parts of thereof. Example abstractions. Unequally identify description schema and identify different types of digital items. Identifiers can associate with the digital items by including them in a statement element. So here digital rights management in a MPEG 21. Here digital right management in a MPEG 21 consisting of three parts. First one is a right expression language, and second one is a right data dictionary, and third one is the intellectual property management and protection component. First we go for a right expression language. Right expression language and right data dictionary. Second is a real data model. Here grant four basic entities and their relationship. First issued to right, issued to principal, and right to associate with the resource, and subject to condition. Using this model, flexible rights expression can be generated, and license is a grant and issuers. Here right data dictionary. RDD means right data dictionary. It is a set of a clear, consistent, structured, integrated, unequally identified terms to support a REL. Here the goals of a right data dictionary provides the standard way to describe the semantic of terms based on the relation to the other terms. Here support mapping transformations of a metadata from the terminology of a one namespace authority into that another namespace or authority. One IPMP components. Here IPMP components are identifiers and informations and content informations and contents. The IPMP blocks consisting of four identifiers, informations and content information and contents. First one is a identifier. Here identifier consisting of appropriate identifiers for the protected representation. Example identifiers. Information about the governments and IPMP tools, right expression and signature keys. Content information about the govern, content and MPEG 7 metadata. Example for MPEG 7. So contents, the content, example, item and components. Digital item adaptation. Here digital item adaptation consisting of this block: digital item adaptation engine, resource adaptation engine, and description adaptation engine. The digital item consisting of the adaptation digital items and DIA tools. Here goals of a digital item adoption. It satisfies the transmission, storage and consumption contents as well as the quality of